Hey everybody, this is Nebulous Dungeon again. Just showing you part 4 of getting through the Foxiest of the Hounds achievement on Deus Ex Human Revolution. Right now I'm showing you how to get into the building using the, get into the Sarif warehouse using the vent. Now you'll see that you're going to drop down onto this stack of boxes, and what I'm doing right here is I'm just surveying the land, so to speak. Just trying to get a feel of where everybody is and trying to see where I can safely get down without alerting anybody to my presence. So that's something you're going to want to do a lot going through. Trying to get this achievement is just, it's definitely taking a look around and being very, very aware of your surroundings. As you can see, just, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I'm looking for another ladder or another way down, but once I realize that there's no way to safely get down other than the ladder that's already made itself visible, so to speak, I just go ahead and go straight down that ladder. First, to make sure there's nobody directly underneath me, but it's not really necessary, because why would the game set you up to fail like that? Always want to check computers too. You never know whether or not the emails are going to have codes for like keypads or excuse me, passwords for other computers. So definitely want to check out every computer that you come across if it's feasible, as long as you're not going to draw attention to yourself if someone might be walking by. Definitely be careful when going through doors. Make sure you, just to be safe, just close all the doors that you come through. And again, just like with the, I believe it was the second video I put out, you're going to want to stick to the outside path or the outside route, whatever you want to call it. Because like I said, the enemies never really venture out that far. They mostly just stick to the middle of the little area here. So make sure their backs are to you, and just keep moving, keep plugging along. Don't rush it. If you rush it, chances are likely that you could mess up and alert someone to your presence. So go slowly, just make sure everybody's back is to you before you make any movements. Now in this case, I didn't want to jump to the next cover point, because that generally does tend to make noise, and it would have alerted this guy right here. At the same time, I didn't want to knock him out, because one of the other guys that's patrolling would have seen him knocked out and would have, alerted the rest of the dudes. So I just, very slowly moved my way across, just making sure there was nobody else on the other side of him that could have seen me while I did that. So that's how I got to this next cover point. I think right here, I'm not sure, I believe it's that guy. I'm just trying to make sure he is not facing me. So once I'm sure I'm in the clear, that's when I go ahead and jump over this crate here to the right and try to get to the other side quickly as possible, just to eliminate any sort of field of vision on you that there may be. Same thing when it goes to getting up the ladder, just do it as quickly as possible. Once you're up here, you're pretty safe. Again, just be safe. Just walk around crouched. It reduces the noise of your footsteps, and it also makes it so if they look up, they're less likely to see you. So as you can see, I open up that vent and I grab this crate to be able to jump up to the vent. This was the only path I could find. It's probably the only path there is, so definitely take it. No, I believe we could have gone either way here. For obviously, I chose to go to the left. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe there were people underneath me, and that's why I didn't want to jump down right away, just because I didn't want to alert them to my presence. And I think looks like I ended up going this other path anyway, because it looks like I jump into some sort of utility room. Or I believe that's a utility room over there. I guess the only reason I did that was to wait for them to basically move, so it was safe to move. So I jumped down. You're going to get hurt a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Your health is going to regenerate. And I spent a lot of time in this little portion here just taking dudes out, just, checking everything out, trying to find items and ammo and, so on and so forth. So right here, I'm just making sure that there's only one dude in here, and I'm just making sure I know exactly where he is before I go through. The reason I open this door is to see where it leads, and it doesn't lead anywhere that I really need to go. So I just close that door again. Just made sure I was out of sight line of the door before I opened the door, just in case. Then I slowly move through this room, and I take this dude out. Whee! Yeah, alcohol will come in handy. Alcohol will basically increase your maximum health. Now, when you heal yourself with painkillers or anything like that, when your health regenerates again, it won't go back up to that health that that max health that you increased using the alcohol. So when you generate, it'll only go back up to 100. Right here, like I said, I'm just looking for any sort of items or anything that could be useful. In this case, I don't really need the tranquilizer darts because I have the stun gun, and I just want to reduce the amount of inventory that I carry because the inventory slots there aren't that many inventory slots, basically. Now, I believe that's the path that I needed to take to get to the next area. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out later on in the video. But I just wanted to check out everything on this level, see if there was anything I could find that would have been useful. Like right here, I find this room full of lockers, and I end up finding a decent amount of useful items. Before I check out any of the lockers, obviously I'm going to take this guy out. After taking him out, close the door just to be safe, and I move him out of the sight line of the door so that when I leave this room again, again, it's just safety, just precaution. You probably don't necessarily have to do it, but if it makes you more comfortable, I would go for it. And again, the reason I'm showing you all the lockers because maybe you decide you don't want to pick up the 10mm pistol and you want to pick up the combat rifle. So there are some lockers that have combat rifle ammo. I do find some stun gun darts in that second locker from the right on that far left side. If you're facing the direction that you first face when you walk in the door. Again, there's more combat rifle ammo, but I don't pick it up because I did not pick up the combat rifle. And I find a whole new row of lockers here that I didn't grab first time around. But didn't find anything that I would find useful. Now when you sneak up behind someone, they can hear you if you move too quickly, so definitely, you know, slow and steady. Even if you're just moving slowly, you're still going to move faster than they're moving, so like I said, just move slowly when you're coming up behind them. And just take them out real quick and easy like. Then always remember you don't want to leave any bodies laying around in the middle of the floor. So just I just dragged them to this bathroom here. It's a safe bet. I'm moving slowly through these halls again because I don't really want to. I've made the mistake of moving quickly through these hallways and getting caught. And that is a bitch and a half. So this is actually the area where you need to go, and I apologize for the confusion in the beginning of the video where I thought you had to go down that stairwell. First thing you got to do is you got to hack this keypad, and hacking's pretty easy to do. The trick I found is when you open up multiple paths after you hack the first thing, you can hack more than one thing at a time. My mistake there was I didn't grab that folder before grabbing the final hack node or whatever you want to call it. I kind of jumped the gun there and didn't realize I had 45 seconds to play with. Anyway, this is going to just about wrap up this part of the video. Next part, I will get through the second half of this warehouse. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.